Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel again. In today's video, I'm going to talk about IELTS Listening Syllabus of 2024. I hope you have watched my last video in which I mentioned about the IELTS Speaking Syllabus for 2024. So if you have not watched that video, please go back and watch that video so that you can have an idea about the IELTS Speaking 2024 syllabus. So let's just not waste time and move ahead. In this video, I'm going to talk about the syllabus, the kind of questions you will be asked, how you are expected to perform in the examination. So friends, as we all know, IELTS has got two different parts, academic and general. For all the people who are planning to pursue their higher studies in English speaking countries, you will be appearing for IELTS academic exam, and for people who are planning to go for residency and work permit, you will be applying for the IELTS general examination. In this video, I'm going to talk about the listening syllabus 2024. Majorly, the listening remains same in IELTS and general academic and general examination. There's not much of a difference. So let's just go on my screen and let's see the mind map of the IELTS syllabus 2024. If anyone is having any kind of questions, they can ask me in the comment section, or you can write me down on my email, that is ieltswitharun@gmail.com. If you are having any kind of suggestion, please feel free to write me down in the comment section. And if you have any queries about any modules in the IELTS examination, you can write me down on my comment section or on my email. And please watch our other videos as well, they are quite helpful. So let's go to the mind map and see the syllabus. As you already know that in IELTS there are two exams, academic and general, and in this video we are going to talk about just the academic exam and specifically listening. So what is listening? Well, the first thing you need to understand is that you will be having approximately 30 to 35 minutes in which the listening test is going to happen, and apart from that you will get extra 10 minutes to write down all your answers on your main sheet. So in the listening exam you get around 40 questions, and when you talk about the types of questions, you get multiple choice kind of questions, matching questions, then you get a plan or a map or a diagram labeling, then you also have a form or a note or a table or a flowchart or a summary completion kind of questions, and sentence completion kind of questions too. You may be asked all these kind of questions, or you may be asked some of these questions in your examination, that depends. Now, when we talk about listening, in listening basically you get four different recordings. You hear four different recordings in the complete duration of 30 to 35 minutes. When we talk about the first part, the recording one, so what happens in recording one? A recording one basically is a conversation between two people set in an everyday social context. So it might be two people are talking about their everyday routine, or say like two friends are having a conversation about basic day-to-day things. So that happens in basically recording one. Now, when recording one is complete, the examiner is also going to ask you to wait for a few seconds, and then he's going to start recording too. Now friend, this is the time that you have a window where you can read all the questions that are going to come in the next part of the examination, and then you can hear the recording. It becomes easier for you to identify the answers. Now, one more thing you need to remember: in IELTS listening exam, it is very crucial that you read the question first and then you move to the answers, because in some sort of questions the examiner might ask you to write down one word, one number. In some cases it might be two words, or in some cases it might be not more than two words and one number. So your answer will depend on the cue that is provided to you just right above the questions. So for every different recording, this cue can be different. So please make sure that you are reading the question carefully before you are attempting your answers. Now, when we talk about recording 2, a recording 2 is a basically monologue set in an everyday social context. A speech about local facilities, it might be about the library, it might be about the public transportation facility. Now, monologue is a long speech by one actor in a play or film. It means it's a single person who's talking about something. Like it can be me talking about the public facilities in our country, or it can be my friend, all right, he's giving his speech on the, say like, the library facilities in our country. So this is basically what happens in recording 2. Now when we go to recording 3, just a second, I think I messed up. right? In recording 3, there is a conversation between up to 4 people, so it's quite possible there might be 3 people who are interacting with each other, or it might be 4 people they're talking about in an educational or training context. Example, a university tutor and a student discussing an assignment. Please make sure that you hear this conversation very, very carefully, because what can happen is, once this conversation is done, you will be asked questions related to this conversation. For example, if it was a conversation between two professors and student, what did Professor A say to the student, or how did Professor B respond to the student queries? So this is what happens in recording 3. Last but not the least is your recording 4. So in recording 4, there is a monologue on an academic subject. Basically, it can be a university lecture. So there's someone like a professor or a principal who is giving a lecture. Now this lecture can be based on anything, so please make sure that you are hearing this recording very carefully, especially those recordings in which there are 3 to 4 people involved, because in this conversation you can get multiple choice questions or labeling kind of questions, and it becomes very difficult if you skip any important part. So please make sure that you attempt your listening very carefully, and like I already mentioned, it is very important to read the cue, the questions given to you or the instruction given to you, how you need to attempt these questions, because on the basis of that only you can give you answers. For example, if the question is about true and false, you cannot reply in yes and no. If the question is about yes no not given, you cannot reply in true false and not given. You have to act accordingly as the question is provided to you. Please make sure you're practicing a lot of listening on a daily basis. You can use YouTube channels, you can go to IDP website, Cambridge websites. There are a lot of listening available, and they will help you in great manner. And please make sure that you are reading the newspaper. So friends, this was all about listening syllabus. If you're having any kind of doubt, please feel free to write me down in the comment section, and I'll do my best to help you in any manner I can. All the best for your examination. If anyone is having any doubt, please feel free to write down to me, and make sure that you're watching our other videos as well. They are going to be very helpful in your IELTS preparation. Till then, this is your trainer Arun Chauhan. All the best for examination.